gonna give it your approval. Look at your approval, Boris. I'll take that as a yes. So welcome back, guys. So if you guys remember, I had a video a while back that had a Mustang and this that I got from auction. And I did a video on the Mustang, but I never got around to doing a video on this. So here's your video on it. It's a 2007 Mercedes Benz C230, I believe. I'm not sure. I paid $200 for it. Came from an impound auction. And it's fairly straight and clean. Had no key, so I didn't even know if it ran or anything, but obviously we're sitting here, it runs. Had to get some keys made, but it seems like it runs pretty good. I was about to load it for auction. Well, I actually did have it loaded, but then I unloaded it because I realized I never did make a video on it. So as you can see, it's a fairly straight car. I still don't know the reason why they towed it or anything like that. The company I got it from usually doesn't do police tows. And I never really asked them. It was a $200 Mercedes. I didn't really care. I figured it would be scrap metal. But it cleaned up pretty well. You know, really the only thing I see you need to clean up is clean up some of that, polish the headlights. And I won't be able to take this dent out, but I'll be able to get the scratches out of it. But overall, it's not a bad car. You remember how trashed the interior was. Believe it or not, it wasn't that bad. So that's my stuff from cleaning the windows or the windshield. Yeah, I think having leather is what saved this car. The carpets aren't great. They didn't believe in floor mats, and then you have, you know, this is all pretty trashed in here. They broke off the lid, broke off the door handle. Usually par for the course on these impounds. But, you know, it's a lot better than most of the ones I get. I'm afraid to try the sunroof. But yeah, you know, I figured I'd do a quick follow-up video on it because I never did. Came with the floor mats. This is probably the worst part. And I'm probably not even going to clean that. This car will repeat the cycle and up at a note lot again. So, you know, why bother? I'll make my money, the guy that buys it will make his money, and everybody's happy. So, start it up real quick. And I'll try to put in the video, if I can find the receipt or a screenshot of it. I really did pay, I think it was $224 or something for this. Yeah, so it's 185 out here. Pretty nice day. Turn the radio down. Fires right up. Has ABS and check engine light, which it wouldn't be a true used Benz if it didn't have that stuff on it. So, how do I get to the miles? So it has 154 on it. I've driven it total of 7 miles. Like I said, it's fairly clean. I think the sun's in your way. Seems to run pretty good. Quiet enough, I guess. Never been around one of these, so I don't know. So yeah. I guess he approves of it. Wanna go for a ride? Maybe we can get them in there to go for a ride with us. They'll usually ride around the yard with me. But yeah, I'll go pull this thing out on the road, show you guys it does run and drive. All right, so we're on the road now. We're driving under its own power. And what really surprised me is even the AC blows ice cold. I wouldn't expect that. Usually these things have something wrong with the AC, like the compressor's locked up or a hose ripped out of it. But I mean, I think I have $427 or something like that. Cost me a couple $100 to get the key made. But you know, I'm really shocked. Now I wouldn't recommend going and buying these and then trying to flip them, because you can easily end up broke really quick. Because I lucked out on this one. I want to say it's the last Mercedes I had, I ended up having to scrap it because it was junk. And it looked in better shape than this one, but it was pure junk. But the good thing on these is, let me get turned. I'm a guy, I can't multitask. But on these, for me, the saving grace is I can turn around and sell the cats off it, scrap them, and then scrap the car if it's total junk. See, she doesn't burn out. It did a little bit. It's got posi. Well, no, I didn't even leave a mark in there. Well, you can't see. Didn't even leave rubber on the ground. Goes through all the gears. Constantly wants to tell you something's wrong with it. Steering wheel's messed up, but I'll throw a steering wheel cover on it. You know, just make it look nice. If a guy's wife sees it and it's clean and doesn't have stuff like this and a bunch of crap on the floor, she'll give him the yes when normally it'd be, no, you don't need that. And surprisingly, it's quiet. I mean, I know we're not going fast doing 35. Takes the curve pretty well. I don't know what the speed limit is through here. Handle's good enough. I don't know what they're doing. We're gonna turn. Be honest, the only thing I really notice about this that's wrong with it is the brakes pulsate. But I haven't really noticed any major flaw in it. I could use an oil change and a service. But yeah. So sometimes you do luck out and you'll get something good at an auction. This car just isn't my thing, so it's gonna go away. What was really odd, thinking about it now, is this thing doesn't have seat heaters. I mean, it's leather, and unless 2 or 3 of us are just flat out stupid, we couldn't find the seat heaters on it. Oh yeah, the window doesn't roll up or down, but again, you know, when you buy these cars that are from the impound and stuff like that, they have the pattern, you know, like I said in the other video, they'll break out the screen, they'll break off window switches, and just the strangest stuff gets torn up that I guess someone that actually cares about their car wouldn't do. But yeah, everything on here works. The power mirrors, everything. To me, you know, and I don't know the story, but to me it's amazing how you'll let a car just go and not even care. Yeah, I don't mind the drivers here, there. So Texas doesn't have any form of driver's education whatsoever. If you want it, you can roll your kid in it. But last I knew, we had no driver's education here. So it's pretty well blind leading the blind, dumb and dumber teams teaching each other how to drive. And you'll see it in this past videos, upcoming videos. If I'm on the road sharing with other people, you're bound to hear me get irritated with them or watch something spectacularly stupid. But anyway, enough of that. It does. It'll run. Sorta. I don't know what's fast or what's slow. I don't know anything about these cars. And I'm not really a Mercedes fan. I like BMWs. But the Mercedes, to me, they're just, I don't know. I just never really liked them. Maybe I would if I got into them more and got to know them better, but I just don't. And yeah, I don't have my tags on here, so in case you're wondering why I'm not on the highway, that's why. And it's exactly 24 hours later from the last clip you saw, in case you're wondering why the sun looks the same, that's why. So it's not perfect. It still has the scrapes and dings. Definitely imperfections in it. But it's probably gonna end up at another note lot, just like where it came from. So they don't care, as long as the thing will run and drive for a few payments, they're happy. The headlights, someone had already done them. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, probably not. But there's imperfections where they burned into it. Like I said, it has good tires, which surprised me. The paint came out okay. Go back, so these places where the clear coat came off, I was able to buff it and get it better. It looks better in person than the camera. But overall, I'm happy with how it came out. Those tips are really caked, so I just left them alone. I don't know if someone put those on or that's factory, but they're AMG. Like I said, I don't know these Mercedes, so I don't know if that's factory or, you know, it's like the AutoZone stick-on stuff. But yeah, it came out really nice. You see yourself in it. You still have spots like this that I couldn't get out. And this, and I think what they did was, I think they hit a parking pole, because you see the same white mark here. And whatever it was solid, and you know, they got the rims and stuff. But yeah, it made quite the transformation from when I brought it home, thanks to their help. And where it's going, if you fix stuff like this light and this bumper, it actually brings less for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what their problem is. The interior turned out good, and I'll get a better view from the other side. So this wing, there was another one that was really bad. I was able to buff it out. Like I said, the camera doesn't really do it justice. It's starting to come up right there again, but that doesn't keep it from running down the road. And again, I didn't vacuum it. I really take a ton of time in here, because if you detail these things up, and I don't know what the mentality is behind it, but if they're too nice, they won't pay for it at the auction. Or, well, I mean, they won't give you what it's worth. Or if you leave stuff that they think they can fix, you know, like the door handle and that bumper and then stuff like this, then, you know, they'll give you a little more for it, and I don't understand it. Maybe they think they're getting a bargain. So yeah, it's a short video this time, but I'm happy with the results. I think it turned out good. I'll know in a couple of weeks what it brings. Dropping it off early so it gets exposure, and this tractor's going with it. And I'd meant to do a video on it, and I do. I just need to edit it down. But yep, I think we did a good job, don't you, Tiny? We could do a good job? Yeah, that's what I thought. So yep, there's the finished product, guys. And when it does sell, I'll try to do a follow-up on it and let you guys know what it brought. It is a little bit windy out here, so it's hard to hear, sorry, but just the video with no sound I think will do it justice. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.